What's going on, everybody? We're back with a brand new video. As always, as I have to say, anytime I'm in the mobile studio, if it sounds a little different, that's why. I'm on the road this weekend, so obviously I'm not able to get to my usual setup. So if there's some auditorial anomalies, if you will, in the background, just attribute it to that. And for our next videos, we'll be back for our typical setup. But anyway, jumping right into things, last night, the NBA's in-season tournament concluded with the Los Angeles Lakers defeating the Indiana Pacers 109-123, powered largely by the dominant performance of Anthony Davis, who had 40 points, 21 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks on 16 of 24 shooting. AD looked really good last night, and I don't want to jump on the bandwagon just yet. It's been one game, but I'm going to be perfectly honest. That's the best sustained game I think we've seen probably since the bubble. I know he's put together stretches here and there, but the way he played in this game kind of harkened back to that. LeBron James won the tournament MVP last night. He had 24 and 11 on 10 of 21 shooting. Don't want to sneeze on those numbers by any stretch of the imagination, because he was balling, and he did put together consistently, good stretches of basketball throughout this tournament. So I don't have too much of an issue with him winning, to be honest. I mean, you don't want to get caught up in one game, even though it was a monstrously dominant game from Anthony Davis. If we're going by the totality of all of the games, then I could see why he would have gotten the nod. So a couple things that I would like to get into real quick, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. And so initially, when they announced this in-season tournament, I thought it was stupid. And to be honest, I'm still on the fence about how I feel about it. I know a lot of people are tripping over themselves to slap Adam Silver on the back for a job well done, as it seemed to ignite a lot of interest in the NBA, which was the reason for the tournament. But looking at it, as I'm standing back looking at it from a large perspective, because right now it's got the new it smell. You haven't seen it, so it's cool, it's hip. Ooh, what is this? And all of this. So, a couple things. One, what's going to happen once this tournament is over, which really, since the standings don't count if you win, these are literally turbocharged, glorified exhibition games. This is what they are. They don't count. And it's not like it goes toward anything in the season if there's a tiebreaker or anything of that nature. So obviously the level of play, the competition was higher, but what happens now once the quote-unquote regular season resumes? Do we go back to the doldrums of what caused this problem in the first place? Because just like I alluded to, the reason why this tournament was created was because for large stretches of the basketball season, particularly the beginning of the 82, the players were kind of going through the motions. There's a lot of lollygagging, and in general, a lot of bad basketball and things of that nature, which led to, if the players aren't going to be interested and don't care, why should the fans? And so it's led to this whole thing of the regular season just being a malaise, an 82-game malaise, until we get to the real basketball, quote-unquote, which is the NBA playoffs. And this was not always the case. So kind of bringing that back, the question is now, what happens now when the regular season starts? Do we go back to how it was before in terms of the general effort, or in many cases lack thereof, in the NBA season? Does the intensity go away? And if so, do all of these new eyeballs that you have attracted, how quickly will they leave? And then, will the tournament be as hot as it was next year? Because even at the end of the day, the fact that you even had to have this tournament, that because people weren't playing hard, that's a huge problem in and of itself. And this in-season tournament is really just a Band-Aid on a continuously gaping wound. And that's the real issue that needs to be addressed, is the fact that these dudes don't play hard and compete every night. You know, obviously in the load management and things of that nature, these guys don't put it all out there for 82 anymore. And I'm saying 82 just because that's the length of the season, not because guys play 82 games anymore. Because even that is becoming something that's going the way of the dinosaur. You know, I will say this when it comes to load management, and I don't want to get too turned around on this tangent, but if the point of load management is to preserve these guys for the postseason and even beyond, then why then? Because I've noticed over the past few years, the guys that are doing the load management, what happens? They still get hurt in the playoffs. Because sometimes the best way to avoid getting hurt playing basketball is to play basketball. Now, you know, granted, sometimes there's freak incidents, whatever, but you just have a lot of these injuries that are still happening, which would seemingly defeat the purpose of load management in the first place. But I digress. So, like I said, the play-in tournament was cool. Well, not to me. I personally didn't care. And let me say this, you know, to the Shannon Sharps and the other sycophants out there who are going to merely say that the only reason people such as myself are not up in arms over the Lakers winning and LeBron James getting the they call it the IST, good God, the in-season tournament MVP. Okay, let me just, you know what, I'm gonna come back to that because I do want to say something else before I get out of here. It's because the Lakers and LeBron won, and quite frankly, it's just not the case. At least for me, I know anyway. If the Chicago Bulls won, I would have the same whatever take on the matter, because at the end of the day, just as I said earlier, these are glorified, souped up, turbocharged, dressed up exhibition games. That's all they are. And we'll see how sustainable long term the energy and the interest in this is. But here's one other thing that kind of, so they get a trophy for this. The NBA is becoming the league of participation trophies, because now you get now they give out MVPs for the conference finals, MVPs for this, trophies for that. I'm like, dude, everybody is gonna get a trophy. And it just bothers me what the NBA becomes in some instances with how they conduct themselves. But at any rate, yeah, it's going to be something to see what's going to happen, like I said, in terms of the level of play that we're going to be, you can't see me, treated to, I'm using air quotes, once the regular season resumes for some of these other teams. I know for teams not involved, obviously, in the tournament, they've still been playing. Decidedly and noticeably with a lot less fanfare. But we're going to see once those teams come back and things kind of return to normalcy. But what do you think about the in-season tournament? Is it something that you want to see them continue? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Did you think it was a waste of time? Do you think it gave the NBA season a shot in the arm? Let us know what you think in the comment section, and let's have a conversation about it. As always, thank you for spending a few moments with us, and we'll be back with more videos really soon. And as always, definitely be sure to head over to our website at sneakershoptalk.com for your sports and footwear related updates. Thank you for checking out our video. We'll be back with more real soon. And as always, tell the ones that you love them. Peace.